In this video, I want to talk about 7 most common mistakes of visa applicants. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I want to welcome you to Visa Application Masterclass channel. This is the home of visa application and international travel. Now, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, feel free to DM me. The link to my WhatsApp is in the bio, the description of this video. For one-on-one consultation as well, feel free to get in touch with me. So in this video, I want to talk about 7 most common mistakes of visa applicants. Now, as a visa consultant and as someone who has been in that space for quite a lot of time, I have seen over and over again visa applicants make several mistakes in preparing their visa applications or in submitting their visa applications at the embassy or the visa submission center. And as a result of that, I've put together this video to help you in preparing your visa application and your documentations for your next visa application. Whatever it is that you're trying to apply for, whatever country, whether it's New Zealand or it's Canada or it's the United States of America or it's Schengen visa, France or Germany or Italy, whatever kind of visa it is, these are 7 most common mistakes that you need to avoid in your next visa application. Number 1 is not filling the right visa application forms. Not filling the right visa application forms. And over time, I've seen many applicants make these mistakes over and over again. Now, you see a lot of applicants going to the embassies or the visa submission centers, but not having filled the accurate visa application form. Now, you need to understand that for that visa application that you're trying to submit, there is a visa form, a form that is required, that you're required to fill before you submit that application. Now, when you're going to the embassy and you do not fill the right visa application form, you're putting yourself in a position or in a situation where you're going to be turned back, or you're going to be asked to go and fill the right visa application form. So the number 1 mistake that I've seen visa applicants make is not filling the right visa application form. Number 2 mistake is inconsistency in travel dates. Now again, I've also seen that happen repeatedly. Inconsistency in travel dates. And what do I mean by this? You see, when you decide to apply for a visa, you must propose a travel date. It could be the date on your invitation letter. It could be the date of the conference or the event you're going for. It could be the date of the business meeting or the business activity, whatever it is. That application has to be dated. So there's a date that is connected to it. I call it a proposed travel date. Now, when you prepare your documents, each and every of your documents must have a synergy in terms of the travel date. So if, for example, you say you're traveling for 10 days, maybe from the 5th to the 15th of November, then all your documents, your bookings should carry the same date. There should be a consistency in all of those travel dates. So your travel bookings, your hotel reservation, your flight reservation, if you're using a travel insurance, your travel insurance, your letters, your introductory letters, and all of those documentations should be consistent in having the same date. But every time you have a disparity in your travel date, an inconsistency, when you get to the embassy, you are going to be asked to go and, correct those documents. So that is one mistake I've seen many applicants make over and over again. The 3rd mistake that I've seen visa applicants make from time to time is not having travel insurance and not having vaccine, not getting vaccinated, presenting their vaccine card or their travel insurance. And as a matter of fact, also your yellow card, your yellow fever vaccination card, if you need to have one, depending on the country you're going to or the visa you are applying for. Now, I've seen that happen over and over again. If you're traveling, especially if you're traveling to certain countries, like the European countries, the Schengen countries, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, you must have a travel insurance. If you do not have a travel insurance, especially when you're applying for what we call a short stay visa, that is a short duration visa, then that application is not going to be accepted. So you need to check before you file or before you submit your next visa application. If you need travel insurance, if you need to present your vaccine card, your COVID vaccine or your yellow fever vaccination card, you need to ensure that you have it ready so that you are not going to be bounced, or you're not going to be asked to go and get it, or you cannot submit on that day. That is very, very important, especially in this post-COVID era. Every country now requires that travelers must have been vaccinated. So you need to have taken your COVID vaccine, the first dose and the second dose, and you need to present the card when you're submitting your documentation. Make copies of it and include it in your documentations. And it's also going to be required even at the airport when you are traveling. So this is one mistake I've seen many applicants make over and over again. That is not presenting their travel insurance, their vaccine cards, or their yellow fever cards. For example, certain countries that might require you to have a yellow fever card, like Brazil, like India, especially when you're coming from a destination like Nigeria, or any of the countries in sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa. You need to take a yellow fever card, which shows that you've been vaccinated against malaria and all of that. So that is one other mistake I've seen many applicants make from time to time. The fourth mistake is not having embassy or embassy appointment or visa submission appointment. Now, you see, many embassies now require you to now have an appointment before coming to submit your visa application. Whether you're submitting the application directly or you're using a third-party provider, a third-party visa application provider like VFS Global or TLS Contact. For some of you who are already familiar with visa applications, you know that when you're submitting, for example, maybe a Canadian visa application, or South Africa, or a Schengen like France, you're submitting through a VFS Global office, and they have 2 centers in Nigeria, in Lagos and in Abuja. Or maybe a UK visa application you're submitting through the TLS Contact Submission Center. You need to book prior appointment. And a lot of time I've seen a lot of applicants make that mistake over and over again, not having appointment, but coming to the embassy to submit their applications, and only to discover that they cannot submit without appointment. So the fourth mistake I've seen visa applicants make is not having appointment, prior appointment. You need to book appointment, select the date you want and the time before you can submit that visa application. The fifth mistake that I've seen visa applicants make is not filling visa application forms at all. Now, you remember the first point was not filling the right visa application form, but this time around I'm talking about not even filling visa application forms at all. I've seen that happen many times when I encounter visa applicants at the embassies or the visa submission centers. You see this reoccurring over time, not even filling a form at all. So you need to understand, as you prepare to file that next visa application, you must fill the visa application. You must fill a form and you must fill the right form. The sixth mistake that I've seen many visa applicants also make is what I call the wrong visa fee calculation. Wrong visa fee calculation. Now, if you're submitting a visa application, you need to be sure of the exact amount that you're going to be paying as your visa fee. You need to check with that. You need to double check if you're going to be paying in naira or if you're going to be paying in dollars. And then, are you going to be paying in cash or are you going to be using a card like an ATM card? In fact, some embassies now, like Sweden or Denmark, will require you to pay with a dollar card, especially Sweden, when you're doing physical submission. So you need to check to be sure of the exact amount that you'll be required to pay when you're submitting that visa application. Now, I've seen many applicants get to the embassy or get to the visa submission center only to realize that they had a wrong visa fee calculation. For example, maybe they were told by an agent or by a friend or family that they had to pay just 50 euros, only to get to the embassy to discover that they were supposed to pay 80 euros or something, and then they were not prepared for that. So you need to make your visa fee calculation. Know how much you're going to be paying when you go to the embassy or you go to the visa submission center, and you need to be sure of how you're going to be paying it. Am I going to be paying in cash? Am I going to be using a card? Or am I using a naira card? Am I using a dollar card? These are things that will help you when you prepare your next visa application. And the last mistake that I've seen many visa applicants make over and over again, remember I said 7 most common mistakes of visa applicants, is no proof of funds provided. That is, many applicants go to embassies to submit visa applications without providing or showing proof of funds. What do I mean by proof of funds? Proof of funds means showing that you have the financial capability to take care of the cost of that trip. So you need to show it in your documentation. You must print a bank statement. Many embassies will require you to print a 3 months bank statement. Most of them will require you to print a 6 months bank statement. Oftentimes I've seen applicants make these mistakes. For some embassies that require you to print or present a 6 months bank statement, I've seen many applicants presenting 5 months or 3 months or 4 months or whatever it is. You must print, if the instruction says 6 months bank statement, then you must provide 6 months bank statement. If the instruction says 3 months bank statement, then that is what you must provide. So I've seen many applicants also go to the embassies to submit visa applications without presenting their bank statements, without presenting any financial document or any document that shows that they are financially capable to take care of the cost of their trip. When you make this mistake, I want to bet you that even if your documents are accepted, now that application is likely to be refused. So you need to ensure, as you prepare that next application, do not make that mistake again, not providing or not showing proof of funds. So if you've enjoyed this video, I want you to like, subscribe, and share the video. It's going to help somebody, help your friend, your family member, your relative, that colleague that is getting ready to jackpot, like we say, getting ready to prepare or to file in that next visa application. These tips are going to help them so that they don't make the same mistakes. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you need visa advice and counseling, feel free to DM me on WhatsApp. The link is in the description of this video. If there's any visa you want to talk about, kindly indicate in the comment section, and I'm going to make, if we have enough comments, I'm going to make a video around that, your request, next time around. Till I come your way again, keep winning.